everybody! Welcome back to my channel. Now comes a new time. A new year, in fact. I'm sorry guys if you can hear my dog barking. Yikes. But as you can tell by today's title, I wanted to talk about my New Year's resolutions. So let's get into it, shall we? Maya's New Year's resolutions 2026. I want to say I have many goals that I want to achieve, but I kind of couldn't think of everything for this, but it's okay. I thought long and hard of like the main things I really want to focus on this year. Somebody wants to be in my room. Got a different cat in here now. Anyway, so as I was saying, these are just my goals and I just wanted to share these with you guys. Also, if you guys noticed, I have a new bed. Well, new bedding. It's beautiful. So since the New Year's on its way, I wanted to do my resolutions. Some people don't like them, but I like them. I feel like it's like fun. Why can't people just have fun? Okay, anyways, let's get on with the video. So, number 1 on my list is I want to take care of myself. And that's kind of like a broad thing I'm using. With it, I want to take care of my mind, my body, my soul. And I just, sorry, I feel like I need to engage my mind more. I need to continue to learn. I need to continue to do so many things and stimulate my brain so it grows and take care of it and take care of myself, as well as my body, going to the gym, going on walks, doing whatever it is. As long as I'm being active, I want to, be doing that. Taking care of my soul, having readings, doing the things that I like, I just want to take care of myself overall. It's such a broad statement, but there's just so many things that I want to do. I need to also know when to stop and give myself a moment. I feel like that's something I really struggle with. I tend to like to be on go, go, go mode, or I completely stop and I'm like, oh, but I need to rest. I need this, and I tend to push that. So finding that healthy balance of pushing myself, but also taking care of myself. And with that, I want to have like self-care nights. Like I did a little one a bit ago and I thought that was it just was so nice, and I don't do it enough. And it's just fun to just do a face mask, do whatever you want to feel good. Like doing my lashes, doing whatever it may be. I just want to take care of myself and be good. Be feeling well and alive. Yeah. Number 2, consistency. Now, consistency, again, it's kind of a broad word that I use, but I want to be consistent in my hobbies, in YouTube, in the gym, in school. I feel like I can be a consistent person, but especially with YouTube, I always keep like starting and stopping, and Vlogmas really showed me that I can do it. Like, that was every single day. Posting and editing, like, if I can do that in one day, I can sure as hell do like 2 videos a week, 1 video a week, and be consistent with that. I really struggle with consistency, so just having that discipline in myself to stay consistent throughout everything. I've struggled a lot in the past with school. Luckily now I'm doing in-person classes instead of online classes that be more stable. He is stable, you are I sang that wrong, but anyways. So I want to be able to be more consistent with within all of that. And consistency with my hobbies, because I've heard this is a very big like Pisces thing, so like I'm gonna just take it as that. But I am someone that if I'm not good at it immediately, I don't do it. And that's not always the best thing. So when I've like tried new hobbies, I started crochet multiple times, and each time I quit because it's too hard. Luckily this time I haven't. I started making 2 scarves, a tiny one for Apricity, my polar bear, also one for myself. So I want to be able to stay consistent with the things that I'm doing, like the crafts I'm doing and stuff like that. I want to maintain it, and I want to finish projects, and I want to do all these things, Number 3, I want to create routines. I want to create a wind down routine, a school day routine, whatever it may be. I want to have more structure within my day. Don't always like having routines in fear, like through like my own little fears of like, oh, if I do everything at a certain time, somebody's gonna, like, what kind of fear I'm thinking of. And so I feel like I want to be able to at least have like loose routines throughout my days. So like a wind down routine, like maybe reading at night or listening to music or journaling, like whatever it may be before I go to bed. Making sure that every night I'm doing kind of a similar thing to kind of get me ready for bed, as well as school day routines. I have 2 days in the week that I don't work and I just go to school, so having like a routine for those days. But yeah, like just kind of having at least loose routines for my days, so that way I'm not feeling stagnant. I know what's happening and just feel like it'll benefit me, you know, so then I know where I'm doing during the day. Also, I want to go back a little bit, kind of my first goals with taking care of myself, less time on my phone, because that screen time gets too high sometimes. But I think this coming year I'm gonna be great. Yeah, but yeah, I just want loose routines so then I can, you know, get through the day better, as opposed to just like nothing. Number 4, financial stability. I spend way too much money. Way too much money. So I want to budget myself better and give myself money for certain things. Just having a budget for like going out to eat. I like to drink these, we all know, and I drink one too many of them. But it's okay as long as I set money aside for it. But I want to save more. It's hard for me to save within my debit card. Since I don't see the money, like, well, no, since it's not like I can't like split it the way I'd want to, it's a little harder for me. So I think having more cash, put some money aside in cash so then I'm ready like slowly over time, so then that way I see it grow and I see how much and I see what it's going to, if that makes sense. And if it doesn't, it's okay because it's my goal. So but yeah, I want to be way better about my money because I either eat it or I wear it, and that's fine, but I want to eat less of it and I want to wear less of it. Oh no, not quite, but you know where we're at, don't worry. Number 5, spend more time doing the things that bring me joy. I like to be on my phone, and that's fine, but allowing myself a certain amount of time that I'm on my phone is what will be better, you know? Not being on my phone so often, so that way I can do other things that I do like. Watching more movies, watching more music videos, doing more crafts, reading, just so many things. I feel like I'm not doing those things, and I like to do those things. And with the movies and watching music videos and such, I feel like my attention span has gone down, and I feel like a lot of people can relate to that. So I want to, you know, regain that. I want to be able to have a better attention span to be doing the things that I like, because yeah, I have many things that I like to do, and I want to do those things more. Go on walks, like so many things that I just don't give myself time for because I wait till the last minute when I'm doing my homework or I'm on my phone too much, like whatever it may be, and it's that damn phone. It is that damn phone. It is, and that's upsetting, but I'm gonna be better. We're gonna be better, yeah? I knew it. Number 6, intentionality with myself. I want to be intentional. I want to be someone that, you know, has goals, has intentions. More so specifically with myself. I feel like we're all on a journey of figuring out who we are and what we like and things like that. I feel like we're always learning. You're never gonna fully know who you are. I feel like you're always gonna get close, but I think you're always gonna be learning something new about yourself and finding out something you like, something you don't like, your goals, whatever it may be, you know. So I want to be intentional. I want to begin to figure out who I am and who I'm meant to be, how I align myself. I feel like I know pretty well, for the most part, how I align myself when it comes to my morals, when it comes to things like that. But there's certain things that I tend to struggle with that I don't really know about myself, and I don't like living that way, you know? I want to know who I am, and I want to know what I like and what I don't like, and have opinions and all these things. So I want to be, again, I'm saying intentional so many times, but that's my goal. So I want to be intentional with what I consume, what I'm reading, what I'm saying, in everything. I want to be someone with intention when it comes to everything. Number 7, get smarter. I am smart. I'm smart. However, ever since I started doing school, and well, ever since I started college global classes, I started my junior year of high school, I did a lot of online classes and I noticed my retention was not as good. I noticed that I felt like I was getting dumber, and it really sucks when you feel like your friends around you just know so much more than you and you're just kind of like, oh yeah, sure, okay. That was also the era where I didn't really have many opinions for myself. I just kind of went along with whatever other people were saying, and I don't want to be like that. And I'm not anymore, luckily. I know I'm smart. I know my opinions. I want to strengthen them, however. With it, like, the getting smarter, I know that I'm smart because I have always been, but I want my retention to be stronger, to really understand concepts and be able to explain them to people, and even like fun facts. Like, I just want to be somebody that knows things. I feel like my dad is someone that knows a lot, like a lot of stuff, and I want to be like that, to just be able to like whip out a fact. And I had a friend that she would like say fun facts for me and my family all the time. She'd be like, fun fact, did you know that, and she'd say whatever. Granted, she got them from books, but that was still learning. You were still like gathering these things and learning them and telling, like, I just want to be like that. With getting smarter, I want to learn new words. There's some people on TikTok, actually, me literally just talking about how I don't want to use my phone, but there's people on TikTok that will be like, words I use instead of this, words instead of whatever, or they'll be like whimsical words to use in your day-to-day or whatever. So I want to be someone that learns more words. I want to find a new word either every week, every day sometimes. I feel like that kind of goal I tend to struggle with because it's harder for me somehow, of being like every day I need to do this, because then I feel too much pressure if I don't do it. But we're human, like it's okay if things don't get done. Like, I have my whole life ahead of me, you know? I shouldn't boil it down to the one day that I miss something. But just like finding new words to add to my vocabulary to expand my horizons, you know? With that, I need to read more. I need to write more, and both those, like, they go hand in hand, and so I need to be doing these things to further expand my brain to be smarter. However, I do want to read more every day, so I want to actually start reading every day, even if it's just for like 10 minutes, you know? I want to read political articles every so often. I set a goal for myself that I wanted to read one every day, and I just stressed myself out, so then I read none. So I want to set the goal of reading 2 to 3 during the week, just to start, and then maybe getting to one every day, or a video or something, just so I feel like I'm pretty up to date on what's happening in our world, but I know I could know more. I know there's always the opportunity to know more about what's happening in my state, in other states, in other countries, and like wherever it may be. I think it's really, really important to know what's happening all around the world. And I have not been upholding that with myself. I watch a few videos every so often about things that are happening, but I don't know. I know, but I don't know as much as I should, or I would want myself to know. And so I want to really be someone that knows their facts. So yeah, I want to read more fiction and nonfiction and political articles of just what's happening in our world. I think it's something that's really important that I haven't been doing as much as I wish. Also, getting smarter, I want to be pushing myself out of my comfort zone. So whether that be like the things I read, with the topics I'm learning about. Number 8, I want to become someone that I can rely on. That low-key made me emotional. I feel like, I like to think that I'm a very reliable person. If you need a ride, I'll come pick you up. If you need me to cover something pay-wise, I got you, like, you'll get me next time or whenever you can. If you need me in that at the certain time, I'll be there. Whatever it may be, if you just want to call, if you just want to whatever, I feel like I am someone that you can rely on. However, with myself, I've found that I can't rely on myself as much as I wish. I give so much to others that I don't leave enough for myself, and I want to find that balance of being there for others and being there for myself. Being able to rely on myself. I say that I'm going to do things and then I don't keep up with them, and then I'm someone I can't rely on to me. And so I want to be able to rely on myself and count on me and all that. Number 9, our last goal, be more whimsical. I feel like that's something everybody says, but I do. I want to have more joy in life and just not care You know, I don't want to take life so seriously. Obviously, I'm gonna take it seriously when I need to. But, you know, you have this life. Why not have fun? Why not be who you want to be? I had so much joy and so much creativity as a child, and I'm like, where did all that go? But I know it's deep inside me, and I just need to unlock that. I feel like people criticize you too much for being yourself or being whimsical or joyous or whatever it may be, and literally, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Like, it is something so small. There are bigger problems in the world. Let people be who they want to be. You know, let them have joy. Let them be fun. Let them overuse the word whimsical. Like, who freaking cares? Right? But I just want to be someone that doesn't take life too seriously. One of my friends, this like stuck with me. On her birthday, she said she doesn't like to take life too seriously. And I was like, you know, I need to not take life so seriously. I need to just live it and have fun every moment I can, because we never know when our last day is, and why end it on a bad note? But yeah, I just want to have a good time. Be silly, be whimsical, be joyous. I keep saying those words over and over again because I can't think of anything else, but it's okay. Deep inside, I know I'm a very creative and fun person, and I want to bring that back out. I feel like this past year, and maybe a little bit before, I had a little fault, and I kind of shoved myself back away, but I'm starting to feel more alive, having more fun every day, and I want to continue to be that way. I want to have fun, and I want to just be myself, and being myself means having a little whimsy every day, and, you know, yeah. Boom. Those are all 9 of my New Year's resolutions. I definitely feel like I have more goals for the new year. However, these are kind of the main things I want to do. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna try and make a vision board or a Pinterest board or whatever, just to kind of also manifest the life I want and be the person I want to be. I think overall that's kind of what all my goals are, is I want to become the person that I imagine I can be. I will be that person soon, very soon, and I'm very proud of that. That's pretty much it for my New Year's resolutions or New Year's goals or whatever you want to call them. Make yours or don't. Set an intention or don't. I like to do it because it makes me feel good. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Stay tuned for the next video, my kitty cats. I'll see ya!